Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jamie, and today I wanted to do a face full of new to me makeup, or some of it's new to the market. Most of it is not very old, that's for sure, so we'll just start there. But I think one of the things that might be of most interest to you guys is I'm going to do a comparison of the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer versus the new Makeup by Mario skin enhancers. So I actually picked up two of these. I'll talk you through why I picked them up. I'm going to use them for a couple different purposes, and then we will talk through it. So we're going to do a full face of makeup here. Actually, I'm going to do a lighter makeup routine than I typically do because it's summertime, and in the summer I tend to not wear as much makeup. I hang out outside by the pool with my kids a lot and different things, so I don't want a full face of makeup, but I'll show you how I'm using this makeup that I got. So if you enjoy content like this, I ask that you please subscribe to this channel and stick around. Let's get to it. So I guess to make things pretty fast, I'm gonna jump in first with eyeshadow. So I have this Shades by Shan Revival 33 palette. It's not the newest, it's been out for maybe like a month or so, but here it is. It's such a beautiful neutral palette. These formulas are amazing. It does have one glitter shade in there. I'm not gonna use that today. I'm not a huge fan of glitter anyway, just because it does get all over my eyes or seems to like kind of build up in weird spots and do things. So I'm not gonna go in for the glitter today, but we're gonna use everything else in the palette. And first, I did put eye primer on, and I'm gonna set it down just with some lucent, a translucent powder just to begin. So I'm like setting down a base. One thing about this palette is that it doesn't have like a base bone setting shade, which kind of stinks, but it's so good, you can just ignore it. It does have this lighter peach shade right here called Determined. We're gonna start with that. I love the Shades by Shan formula. You're really not gonna go wrong. It's super pigmented, blendable. The metallics are amazing. So as long as you find like a color story you like in her palettes, you're gonna love them. The first 9 palette that they did, I think they might still have it on their site, I would think so. Or the first one that I purchased was the Makeup by Yaya one, and it is like the best neutral palette. And this, I think, is running close right behind it, but that one, I just love everything. Every shade. It doesn't have a glitter shade in that palette, but I just love it so much. So this one is giving it a run for its money, but we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go into Strength, this kind of like a warm brown shade right down here. Just build up my crease. So what's been going on with you guys? I know that new Top Gun movie came out. I wanna see it. Also lots of scary, news happening last week. That was just the saddest, most frustrating thing ever. So I'm gonna try not to go down that rabbit hole because I was crying a lot last week, and it's just, bad stuff. So nobody wants to talk about that right now. We're gonna try to move on and talk about it when we can actually get something done about it. But other than that, let's see what's been going on. Oh, I went to Sephora because I wanted to pick up these things. I ordered them online and went in and picked them up, and I'll tell you, I got a reward, like the $100 reward for spending, 2,500 points to cash in for that $100 reward. And I got that back in October, and I was like definitely like hoarding it, like holding on to it, trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to spend it on. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna spend it on the Mario stuff. Finally got on there to use it, and it's expired. I'm like, so aggravating, so aggravating. I'm gonna go in with this Fearless shade and the back corner of my eye first. Lots of times I go in with the lighter metallic that I'm gonna wear first, but then, oh, wow. I went into the even darker one on accident, but just, I like to go in with the darker one first, just because that way I can like blend it out better. I'm finding tricks to my makeup style, and if I go in with this first, I can then bring this a little bit further in and make it more of like an ombre shadow effect when I put the lighter shade. So I'm gonna go into Patient here. I'll put that one on the inner corner, kind of blending it into that. And then, so this one goes on the inner half, the other one goes on the outer half, and I'm gonna meet them halfway. And I'm gonna use Patience to go over Fearless. Just to layer over it a little bit, so it's just a good ombre. That's what I've been enjoying doing. So that is what I'm doing for the shadow look. I think I might add a little bit more definition here in the outer corner. So I will go in with Warrior, this dark shade. I could probably use Confidence too, but I'm just gonna go in with Warrior for now, build that up a little bit. And then I might use that black shade Fighter, just a touch. So yeah, I was so mad that I wasn't able to use that reward. I was like, oh my gosh, my own fault. It says it expires on it. It's a coupon you get by email, and I just did not look at the expiration date. I just thought it was like any other gift card you get, you know? I didn't realize it expired, so. Okay, with this eyeshadow look, I went over too far, which I'm not excited about. Normally I only take my eyeshadow like halfway, my liner, like halfway, but this one I went too far. So we'll see how that ends up blending out once I go back in here, but that is not my favorite. Sometimes when I do this, I'll just go in with that metallic shade and cover it up a little bit. I might end up doing that. Let's see how it ends up looking. I just don't like to pull that dark liner in towards the center of my eye. I just have hooded eyelids and I need all the space I get. So I'm not crazy about how that's looking. So let's go back in. I'm gonna go back in with Patience and try to be patient with myself and cover that up. All right, good deal, good deal. So makeup world, I don't know, not too much has been new. So I went and picked these up. We're gonna show you how to use those in just a second, but like I was looking around the store and I'm just not like, oh my gosh, I gotta get things right now. I don't know why, I just am in that rut, but I mean, over the last couple months, I've definitely gotten things and we'll go through them today, but just not like, oh my gosh, there's something at Sephora that's just, you know, driving me crazy that I gotta go get. So we're gonna use this Yensa concealer. I got this actually for free off Octoly, and it is the Skin on Skin BC concealer, and it's supposed to be full coverage. I got mine in light neutral. So it has this cute little doe foot applicator, and I got this on Friday, I think, and I am Saturday. I am very impressed. So far, so real good. So I'm not crazy about the shade. I wish there's only like 5 different shades, which is really frustrating because I went on and I'm even thinking about getting it in a darker shade. So it is, you know, just a kind of typical full coverage concealer, but what I really love about it is it barely creases on me. Barely. And I cannot say that about many other concealers at all. I wish I could. The Tarte Shape Tape Creamy is my like #1 concealer, but I think if I'm right, after using this like 4 times now, I think this is gonna take its spot. Honestly, this is really good. I just wish the color match was better. Obviously Tarte has a million light shades that you can choose from. Their color match is so flippin' confusing, but they do have a lot of light skin tone shades, so I personally can't complain. I know it's not the same for everyone who has different skin colors, but it's all right. Tarte's different. I like them as a brand. I do like a lot of their stuff because it's very neutral and easy, and I feel like they make makeup seem easy, and I really like that, but they're kind of a little bit strange as a brand, I have to say. All right, so that is that concealer, and I know it's not the best shade match, so let's play with that now with these other products, but it really does look good under my eyes, and it really sticks around for a long time and doesn't crease, so I can't say anything bad about it. Okay, so I picked up these two Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancers. Originally, I ordered this online and I went in store to pick it up, and I ordered light medium, figuring that was my shade. I got there and I decided instead to go with light and medium. And really, medium was gonna be the one if I had to choose one, but then I went with light because I really liked the way that it like looked on my skin, and it is a balm. So it definitely is very balm-like. It's like greasy and slippy and slidey in there. This is what the light shade looks like. It looks like my skin tone, right? It's right there. It looks like my skin tone, and that's why I purchased it in light. So let's go with this one first, because this is different the way I use it than with the bronzer. So I'll compare the two bronzers, but this I'm gonna use on its own because I just use it in a different way than I use the bronzer. So I'm just gonna go and get a brush that I can use. I'll probably just use one of these brushes. It looks a little dirty, but I know it's clean. This is like an e.l.f. Putty blush brush, and I'm gonna use that. And really anything you have that can kind of spread around like foundation or whatnot. I'm kind of using it as foundation. So I'm gonna use it to warm up my skin, and it does have a little bit of color to it. And it's supposed to, you know, kind of bronze up your skin, but since this is the light shade, it's not gonna do too much for me. It's pretty close to my skin tone, but I like what it does. And it definitely does leave your face like glowy, hydrated balm feeling. I don't mind that as long as I can put a setting powder on top of it. I am great with it. So I'm just gonna kind of use this almost like a foundation. Like I already have that first coverage on, and now I'm just going in and kind of warming up my face because that concealer is not really the right color for me. So I'm kind of going over everywhere I put the concealer. This might not be the best brush. Normally I use a sponge, but let's see. You can use this with anything really, but it's leaving streaky lines on my face right now using this brush. So I probably wouldn't recommend using this brush with it, but let me get a sponge. So I got this sponge here. It's just a dry sponge, and I'm just gonna pat it in there just to take away those streaky lines, but it's not really removing my concealer. But like I said, this is like a light makeup look anyway. That's what I'm going for, but you can see it's very balmy and shiny, and so I didn't put any, you know, foundation down. So the combination of the concealer and this balm product are kind of gonna be my foundation today. So put that on like that, and that's how I like it. I really like it. I'm gonna set my under eyes just because that needs to be done. It doesn't, this concealer works really well, but now that I'm playing with like these balmy products and different things, I just don't want that concealer like slipping and sliding around. I'm just gonna use a little bit of Pat McGrath setting powder. Gonna go right to where I don't want to be shiny, which is under my eyes, and then right here. Maybe a little bit in the middle of my nose and a little bit on my forehead. I can definitely go back in with like a luminous setting powder. That's what I love to do. But you can kind of, you know, these balms don't really need to be only on, they can be over powder. That's what I'm saying. So here is the medium. So I'm gonna do 1/2 with the medium and then 1/2 with the medium of the Charlotte Tilbury. And I know the Charlotte Tilbury is more expensive. I know these skin enhancers are like $30. I think this is like 50 something. So you have to think about that. Product wise, I'll have to leave below how much product is in here. It says 5 grams, and I don't know, this one looks pretty heavy. So this one is 21 grams. So wow, this says 4 times as much product. So definitely think about that. And it's, you know, not even, it's a little bit more than half the price. Okay, so I'm putting this on here. These are the e.l.f. Putty bronzer brushes. So I am going to do that. So this is still balm formula, right? It's super spreadable. and it's really easy to use. It does not take much at all. This is the shade medium. Light medium would have shown up on my skin as well, but definitely not like this. And this, it's summertime and I really like this product, and I just wanted to get the medium after I kind of played with them a little bit. And like I said, I liked it so much, I wanted the light shade so that I could wear it as kind of like a foundation. So here we go, that's that shade, and that's using the balm. It definitely does stay a little tacky, so you have to be aware of that. If that's something that annoys you, you're not gonna like it. Now, Charlotte Tilbury, medium as well. I'm gonna dip in here. A little goes a long way with this product as well. And just start spreading it out. So this one is more of a matte. It's not as glowy as that other side. I think the shades are pretty similar though. We'll see once I finish blending it out how even it looks. But the good thing is this isn't gonna have everything stick to it. It does blend out really, really nicely. I like the shade medium for my skin tone as well. I wish if they had a medium light, I think that would have been helpful for a lot of people, but medium it is. So this side is the Charlotte Tilbury and this side is the Makeup by Mario. It's just more luminous. But this side still looks pretty nice because I put down that other Makeup by Mario product. So my skin is definitely glowy, and that's how I love it in the summer. So, I mean, I guess looking at the weights and everything on these products, if I were you and I wanted to go for a bronzer, I might actually go for the Charlotte Tilbury because it's so much bigger and it has like the same color payoff, I think, as the Makeup by Mario one. They both look really nice, but I mean, money wise, I think that Charlotte is more worth it, but I do like the Makeup by Mario ones a lot myself. So it's up to you, personal preference. Then let's go on to blush. I guess I'll use this new one. I just picked up the cheek wand, the Charlotte Tilbury Easy Lip and Cheek Wand, and this is just one of their refills, but I picked it up not having any of the others, and I just wanted to see what it would be like. So it's a cream blush and it's in Golden Glow. It's for the lips and the cheeks, so let's just use it. So it'd probably be easy to use this with a brush as well, but I'm just gonna draw it on and blend it out because I'm going easy summer makeup, right? And just like that, I think it looks pretty good. It does stay all day. The bronzer does as well. I've used both of these. And that is one side done. I like these products. I just feel like they're easy to use. Like I said, I didn't have to put on a whole face of foundation. I just kind of threw this stuff on. This blends really nice over the Makeup by Mario one as well. And kind of blend it in. I'm gonna go back here and try to make sure under my eyes doesn't look really crazy. Kind of, the blush came up under my eyes. I guess that's a trend. I did it on purpose, let's just say that. Okay, so that is what the full face looks like. I'm gonna put on a little bit of highlighter. I have this, the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter I bought earlier this year. So this is the Multi Glow in Pillow Talk. The darker of the two is what I picked up, and I'm just gonna go into this light shade here, and I'll go into the light shade over here, the two on the ends, and put that on. This is really pretty. It looks great with a tan, looks great on its own. It looks great on the eyes, all kinds of places you could use this. So I'm just gonna pop that up there. I might actually, let me dip into the pinker one, and I'm gonna try to pop a little bit of that in the middle of my eye look and see if I can just make it a little bit more pink. Can barely see it. I think the Shades by Shan eyeshadow is a killer formula, so it really doesn't need any punching up. Okay, so that is the full face. Let's just do the lips, and let's do this lip color on my lips. So I'm gonna actually put down a lip liner first. These things are so good, you guys. If you can get them, get them. They're the LA Girl Shockwave nude liners. I have 4 different nude shades here. I love them. I love them all. But we're gonna go in with Sandstorm. That's one, it's my most recent purchase, and we're just gonna put that down first. Here, I'll show you what the shade looks like. Perfect. And I guess this is a little bit cooler toned. It's like very much like my lips. And I like that these go over like a gloss. I have like a lip treatment down and they go over them without any problems. You can wear this as a full lip color, but I wanted to mix it with this one. And let's just put this on top. Feels good. I think these are like $26, and that was the color Golden Glow. So I have to put on mascara, but I can do that off camera. But here is my finished makeup look for you guys. I mean, this definitely could be set. It probably needs to be set. Let me do that really quick. I just pick up one of my setting powders. Let's do the Hourglass one because I like the radiance in the Hourglass. Just put a little bit on this BK Beauty brush and kind of tap a little bit of it off. Sometimes I tap it on my hand so I can actually pick up what I tapped off when I want more. And just run that. You can actually probably set your whole face. Use this as like a finishing powder. It's translucent. That's better. So it's like the perfect amount of glow. You can still see the glow coming through, but I love powdering it a little bit so my face isn't sticky at all. And this is it. This is the completed look. Let me know what you guys think. So Makeup by Mario and Charlotte Tilbury. And that's it. I'm as glowy as can be. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.